What's up, everybody? I'm Snigenhoff, and we're back once again playing Florence in M&T 2.0. In the last episode, did we put down the Peace and Rebellion in the last episode, or was that the episode before that? We built boats. I built some boats. That's an accomplishment in and of itself. But yeah, trying to figure out what to do, where to go. We have potential, granted a small one, but a potential for a personal union over Hungary. We'd have to fight Lithuania for it, but I think we can handle that. We can manage that. How many troops does Lithuania have? I'm really getting way ahead of myself here. Country. Because he is only 20 years old. They have 10,000 troops. I've got 15,000. They've got 14,000. We could do it. We could fight them. Then I'd have to fend off, like, you know, Turkish attacks, but you do what you gotta do. Still waiting for my cores in Genoa and Reme to finish. I could go to war with Rimini again to bring in Genoa again, or I could look to go to war with Milan in the future, and they're actually fighting Savoy. And I am capped on Diplo points. Take Diplotech 7 years early. Alternatively, I could embrace Umbrian culture, which is actually something it probably wouldn't hurt to do. What's the other Diplo point dump? Is there one? I keep looking for it. I mean, base game is mercantilism and or development. None of those are options in this game. So yeah, let's go ahead and embrace a culture. Embrace Umbrian. Can I embrace this too? I could if I wanted to. I've got the dip for it. Provence wants an alliance. You're no longer under Naples. You're tiny, though. You're so tiny. Corruption's taken down again. Hungary. Why? Hungary, why? Why would you ally the Papal State? They're my rival. Do you not take that into account? Oh, actually, they're not my rival anymore. That's right. I ate them up too much. They're too small now. Surprised France hasn't gone after Nice yet. Poland declared war on Bohemia. I mean, listen, just go on a hunting trip and just trip and fall a little bit, and yeah, that's all I'm asking. That would change this playthrough so much. I guess if I can just wait on the tech, and if I get a... Wait, hold on. I can do it now. My admin tech is not 20. My admin tech is 19. One of the following must be true. I see. Stability 1 with Florence completing culture ideas. Gotcha. So I can do it anyway. Shall we become Tuscany? Yes. We get a new flag. We get a sweet new color. We're still under Florentine ideas. I don't know if I want to change to a feudal monarchy. At a crossroad, our nation has undergone a colossal change, leading to another choice. Do we set a new ideals for our country, or we keep our ancestors' legacy? New ideas would be papal influence 1. No. New ideas would be global tax modifier minus lower technology cost, Okay, listen. I'm going to take it just because I like doing that kind of stuff. Now let's go look at it. We get lowered tech cost and idea cost. Lowered merc cost. Lowered interest per annum. Raised yearly prestige. Raised trade efficiency. Raised production efficiency. And national manpower modifier. Plus we start with taxes and yearly papal influence, which we really need that yearly papal influence. And then I can gain a proper title as monarch. We would lose 1 stability. Gain a bunch of unrest. So doing this didn't turn us into a straight monarchy, huh? Do I need... I don't need to do this to become Italy. Oh, sweet. We want to build up to 5 galleys. We can get galley combat ability plus 10% for the rest of the game. That's awesome. I mean, you guys know how much I like pushing buttons. We get a ton of unrest. Yeah, let's become a proper monarch. Savoy, we could probably do. Conquer Umbria. Take res. Where's Umbria? Down here. Let's take the take res one. I would like to fight Milan, and they are at war already. I lost a diplomat. Oh man. Let's see what that looks like when we switch over. Still can't get manpower from them. Emperor confirms Tuscany's elevation. Okay, our Grand Duke is now an intricate web weaver. Plentiful manpower just happened to us. Plentiful manpower? What? That's not right. The Pope has finally acknowledged the achievements of the Duchy of Florence and has proclaimed it a Grand Duchy. However, some had reservations as Tuscany is, at least nominally, an imperial fief. Thankfully, the Emperor has done the right thing and proclaimed that the Pope's decree is God's will and should be respected by all. We are now ready to take our place as one of the greatest states of Europe. 20 dip, 25 dip, 25 admin, 5 papal influence, and 15 prestige. We are a little low on legitimacy, but it's fine. Okay, I'm making money. Maybe we should stop rooting out corruption, since it's going up any... Oh, no, it wasn't going up anyway. Keep rooting out corruption. Change my mind. How big of a military does Milan have? 12,000. Higher manpower than I do. But they're at war as well. Winning a war, but they'd be fighting a war on 2 fronts. We could call in Venice. Genoa would come in, but they wouldn't really do anything. I can't get Hungary in here? Because of attitude towards enemies? What military tech are they on? I can be on tech 20. They're on tech 17. Oh yeah, we should do this. Am I going to take this early? Yeah, I'm going to take this early. Pike and short and culverins. Oh, pike and shot. How much damage are we doing? 1 shock and 0.6 fire. So definitely the shock. Oh, these charge infantry. Yes. Yes, please. So very much appreciated if the greater nobles would give me manpower, but should probably present them with a magnificent gift and also give them some inflation. Finish both those cores. Fantastic. Is that the only claim I have? Also, actually, you know what? I'm gonna wait till the Shadow Kingdom fires. That's what I'm gonna do. Need them to not be in the Empire so I can actually take some land from them. That's definitely the best. Go ahead and build up a spy network here, though. Also build up manpower. They finished that war with Savoy. Took a few provinces. What's their aggressive expansion look like? 47 with me, 49 there. Wow, they really skirted that edge. And they are fighting another war against Trent. Well, if they take more land, then we can definitely start a coalition against them. Piety Fund. Led by Franciscan and Dominican monks, the Tuscan Catholic Church has announced the creation of a Mount of Piety. Since the Catholic Church believed that charging interest on a loan was a sin, it made it difficult for Catholics to borrow money. After all, who would lend money when they received no benefits from doing so? Ironically, it was the Church that filled that gap by establishing a piety fund. Money donated by wealthy parishioners, the Mount, that was lent out by the Church to pious Catholics in need. Instead of charging interest, piety funds required borrowers to deposit a valuable possession as collateral. At the end of the year, the borrower would return the money and receive the item back, or the church would sell the item off. In essence, a kind of charitable pawn shop. Beginning in the 15th century, many countries experimented with piety funds designed to help the needy and avoid the sin of usury. They also had another goal, to reduce the influence of Jews who, since they were already condemned to hell, could lend money at interest to Christians. The system worked only as long as people were honest, so it should come as no surprise that most piety funds went bankrupt after some time. Furthermore, some church leaders considered it to be legal fiction, which followed the letter of the law but not the spirit. Applaud this charitable act. For a while, we get national unrest lowered and interest per annum lowered. Donate personally to the fund. Gain 1 legitimacy. Or shut it down. Shut it down. Like, it doesn't really do anything for me. Alright, so in the next 6 years, I think the Shadow Kingdom should fire. Also, got Saxony again willing to vote for me. I could probably get Brandenburg and Mainz and Ottingen. Council of Plownen. Progress is slow. Let me see something. Ecclesiastical writings. We've had this event before. Congratulate him. It's the least thing that cost me things. Regions. It's impossible to see the names of these. Which is great. 6 years ahead on both these techs. 160 year ahead on military tech because I took it way early. But I thought I was going to war. Probably should have thought about it a little bit harder, obviously, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Corruption going down. It is at 420 right now, so go ahead and blaze it. So if they take land, they should have a coalition against them. Also, France is fighting Castile. La Nascita de Venere. In 1486, Botticelli painted what was to be his masterpiece, The Birth of Venus. Such composition, such linear expression, all that color and grace. Venus gains life and spirit along with the painting. Of August and gold wreath, the beautiful Aphrodite the first shall sing, to whose domain belong the battlements of all sea-loved Cyprus, where blown by the moist breath of Zephyros, she was carried over the waves of the resounding sea on soft foam. The gold-filleted horse happily welcomed. The hooray, happily welcomed her, and clothed her with heavenly raiment. Truly a work of art for posterity. A new age has come, and Florence is the cradle. 25 admin, and 25 dip. Let's go. Do you have exploration ideas? Yes. Or you just took it? You do not. Do you? I would assume so. Yes. Do you? No. Do you? No. So it's just these two right now. I could try to jump in on the colonization train. And could be quite valuable. Although currently all that money would get stopped probably right here in Seville if I don't get trade ideas first. What? Hello? I'm the Holy Roman Emperor. What? I didn't even try. It just got given to me. Okay. Why is Imperial authority ticking down? There is unlawful territory. France, Austria, Cologne, Nuremberg, Saxony, Trier, and Trent. Something tells me France would say no. Hey, look. Currently they are 0-0. Poor uniforms. Got a bunch of Imperial band casts bellies. We're not even going to be in the Empire here in a second. How did I become the Emperor? What is happening? We can make a generous donation to get legitimacy. Austria would say yes. Why does it say nope? Bribes growing more accepted. Cologne would say yes, but then it says nope. Do you not get to demand unlawful territory in this mod? I guess not. Saxony would say no. Trier would say yes, but it just says nope. Big red letters. Big red bold letters. Huh. I became the Emperor. What am I even supposed to do with that? Did you not take anything? Guess not. You're fighting against other people. Bayern Munich up here? Yeah. Trying to think what do I even do? We've already enacted this reform and enacted this reform. Take a long while to get down to here. We don't have enough imperial authority. 12 free cities, 84 member states. But you need 80 to maintain legitimacy. I think we're already probably too far gone. I mean, I could release some vassals up in here. But again, the Shadow Kingdom is about to fire. Improve here with Brandenburg? Nubian emissaries. We've had this event before. No, I don't want to do that. What do I have the most of? Admin? Send priests. Go ahead and get rid of that. Alliance offer from Aragon. No, I'm good. I want to fight you at some point. Gaining 6 ducats a month. That feels like so many ducats. Okay, here's my thought. If I'm going to go exploration, I'm going to need trade. I guess I don't need trade right off the bat. I could go like naval, exploration, then trade. It would be fun to try out the thing. Colonization and exploration and all that kind of stuff. Return from Alwa. The members of our Nubian expedition have returned at long last. They tell tales of many sights, sounds, and experiences of their amazing journey. They speak about the locals, their skin and customs and clothes and musical language. They speak of the food, the climate, the terrain. They also speak bitterly about the strange heresies of the so-called Christians there, how their priests marry and have children, how their diet is limited like that of a Jew, how they pray to saints that we've never heard of, and how they tattoo themselves with the signs of the cross. It is not what we expected to find, and many of our people are disappointed. Most of all, they speak of how they were accused of heresy and then cruelly expelled by the king. Welcome them home. Pico Della Mirandola. Giovanni Pico della Mirandola was Count of Concordia and Lord of Mirandola, but first and foremost, he was one of the most influential and gifted philosophers in Europe. And while he did not invent humanism, he certainly brought it to new heights, as seen by his work, the Oration on the Dignity of Men. A man of great passion, hot-head temperament, and immense charisma, he met and impressed both Lorenzo the Magnificent and Marsilio Ficino, turning them into friends and protectors, as well as Savonarola, who he'd become later on one of the pillars of his New Jerusalem in Florence. Born of a noble family of lords with wide connections, he was destined to the church, but he quit the seminars to attend the University of Padua, where he soaked in the rediscovered classical texts that the Greek scholars had brought with them from lost Constantinople. His interest in Aristotelian thought, Aristotelian, sure, brought him to all the humanist centers of Italy and eventually to Paris, the center of scholastics. He studied Arab philosophers and scientists, Jewish texts, and seeked avidly more remnants of classical thought, and also the works of mystics, Manichaeans, Zoroastrians, and Gnostics, in his effort to better understand the world and reconcile the opposed schools of Plato and Aristotle. His life of wandering ended when Pope Innocent VIII banned him from defending his 900 thesis in Rome when he was only 23, accusing him of heretic and of repeating the errors of pagan philosophers. He fled and was captured several times, always released by intercession of Lorenzo de' Medici. He settled down in Florence, where he kept on writing until Savonarola began his preaching. Then Pico renounced his former ideas, became a monk, and burned his poetry and manuscripts. He died of poisoning at age 41, probably by the order of Piero de' Medici, for being one of Savonarola's supporters. Surely Florence is the right place for him. 3-skill philosopher. Well, that's awesome. But we're going to go ahead and call an episode right there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that like button down below, as well as subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. What do I even do as the Emperor? What do I even do? I didn't ask for this. I literally didn't even try. They're just like, yeah, that dude down in Italy, he's great. But anyway, thank you guys once again, and I will see you next time.